Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the 2021 fantasy football season. Uh, I know I'm a little bit late on this. So the reason why is Phillies were playing the Brewers, and Carl's friend Sam, who also stood up with him in the wedding, uh, he's in India. He's a Phillies fan, so he wanted to zoom the game, and so we zoomed the game where we won 10-0. So I lost today in the process. So here I am watching the game. I don't have much time left to do the video, but we'll get one. Uh, so that is the reason why we're a little late on this video. But week one video is really, what can you do? Because you don't know anything yet. Uh, we're going in the fourth of the Cowboys Tampa Bay game. It's a 2-point game. Tom Brady looks good. He's got a good arm. But the Cowboys defense actually, even though they're giving up 28 points, they look decent. So, we'll see, huh? So what's new since we last met? Uh, well, you know, got both belts. The name is finally on the belt here. Uh, let's see. JB got a new job, right? So started that. An adult job Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, 8 to 4, 7 to whatever. But, it's basically not working in a factory. So that's positive. Uh, Sam and Meredith got a new house. So congratulations, right? All the kids went back to school. So congratulations, Katie and Eric, on taking that for us. We appreciate it. Um, Sports wise, Uh, Packers brought just about everybody back, but the Buccaneers brought everybody back. So yay! Still living that dream. Uh, Bucks 1-6. Heyo! Wisconsin gets a championship for the first time in 10 years, and 50 for the Bucks. So that's good, for the city of Milwaukee, for the state of Wisconsin, for all our sanities of all those NFC Championship games. Uh, we finally got one back, and statistically, standing wise, our Milwaukee Brewers, this is the best version of the Milwaukee Brewers we've ever seen. Uh, they've never really been 31 games up over 500 at this point. They have an 11 game lead in the division. Uh, so this is theoretically the best Brewers team in 51 years. So yeah, right. They're on pace for a club record 97 wins. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So with week one, let's just go ahead and look at what the draft day projections are. I like doing this. This is just something for fun. Granted, they they never really come to fruition, except last year I was projected to win the championship, and I got my belt back after Sam J held it for a year. So to think about it, never lost the belt because I did not lose it in 2019. Um, so we'll look at to see where we're going to be projected to finish in 2021. So here we go. Let's get right into it. So here's our draft day projections. At the end of the regular season, we have Travis in first place, Bob in second, and Katie in third place with a 10-4 record. Sam J in fourth, and JB in fifth, Adam in sixth with a 9-5. So there is your projections to get to the championship bracket. It's 9 wins. Uh, Going into the consolation, seventh place, Sam B, 8-6. So winning record, missed out, but at least you're not playing for the dumper. Eric is the other team now playing for the dumper with the 6-8 record. Ninth is Meredith at 5-9. 10th, 11th, Kyle and Kara at 4-10, and then Dana taking the donut. 12th at the end of the regular season, 0-14. So let's get right into the championship bracket. Okay, obviously Travis and Bob, the 1 and 2 seeds, get the bye. So in the first round, 3 seed Katie with a 141.69 takes the L against 6 seed Adam, who comes up with a 146.33. The 4 seed Sam J with 146.52 loses out by just over a point to the 5th seed JB at 147.54. All right, heading to this week 16 playoff mania. The 1 seed Travis, 145.93, finally gets over the hump to get into the championship game, beating the 6 seed Adam, 143.49. Bob finally hands JB a defeat, 146.32 to 144.99. And Katie loses out to Sam J, 144.69 to 145.60. So Katie 6, Sam J 5th. So in the championship game, Travis gets the victory that he much needed, gets his name on the belt, 146.62 victory over Bob, 142.55. And JB has only had 3 losses in the playoffs coming, and Adam gives him his second of the year. 5 total, as he beats him for the 3rd place finish, the bronze medal, 149.35 to 142.78. All right, let's get into the consolation bracket. All right, as mentioned, Sam B and Eric with the 7 and 8 seed get the bye. So the big matchups here to avoid the Dumper Bowl. 9 seed Meredith gets the victory over 12 Dana, who's now 0-15, 137.06 to 133.37. And Kyle gets a victory over Kara, 142.5 to 137.31. All right, we're in playoff mania. Sam B gets the victory over Kyle, 142.64 to 136.7 to advance to the Consolation Bracket Championship. Eric squeaks it out by just under 0.9 over Meredith, 137.98 to 137.09. And in the infamous Dumper Bowl with a 5-point win, Kara gets the victory over Dana, 135.42 to 130.14. Dana goes 0-16. And in the championship, Sam B claims her second championship overall, this time the consolation bracket, with a 142.6 victory over the 8 seed Eric, 140.4. Eric still cannot capture a championship of any sort. And in one of the most meaningless games, but fun to watch, Meredith loses out to Kyle by 0.09, 136.9 to 136.99. So this is how the year will projectedly finish via Yahoo. Travis will get the championship this year. Second place, Bob, who finally gets up from that consolation bracket championship. It'll be different to see him fighting for a real championship this year. Adam from worst to almost getting the best, but at least getting into the championship round. JB, 2 playoff losses. 20% of his losses in 1 year. Rounding out with Sam J and Katie. Sam B winning her second championship overall. Eric preventing him seeing any kind of championship, which is nice. Followed by Kyle and Meredith, who don't have to worry about much, but Kara overcoming it, and Dana, 0-16. As much as I would love to see it, I just doubt we'll ever really truly see an 0-16 record. So congratulations, Travis. You're going to get your name on the belt. Finally. 11 years. One of the original. You've been close. Actually, you've never really been close. You've gotten to the semis. You're a 3rd place guy. You've seen a lot of 3rd place finishes, but finally it looks like you're gonna get your, if I believe, let me look, the last one on there. So that's good. And then Dana, You're going to go 0-16. Yeah, that's rough. It's going to be a long year. But, yeah, 0-16's never truly happen. But, hey, we can't get to 0-16 if we don't start at the beginning of week 1. So, why don't we just get right into it? Let's look at the week 1 preview. Like the sexy champion just said, it's the week 1 preview. 1 to go, 0-0, projected at 133.74 versus Hill of a Good Time. That's 0-0 as well, first week of the year. 145.27. JB leads this series 1-0. So we have Rogers is right at 0-0, 114.24 versus Piping Shrieks 0-0, Dana keeping her animal motif going with a 139.61. Dana does lead this series 5-2. Remember, Dana's projected to go 0-16, so right away, Eric is proving that wrong, which is the ultimate moral victory in itself. You got jammed. 0-0, projected 146.20 versus What Doesn't Hurt, the most unoriginal name. Come on, Kyle. Every year, get a new name. Don't be lazy. 0-0, 147.65. Don't deserve the win because you're not original. But Sam B does lead this series 7-2. Glorious Domination. Again, another, it's funny. I just called out Kyle for having the most unoriginal name when Travis has had the most unoriginal name for like 5 years. But projected at 154.14 versus DJ Shark which might be the best name I've ever heard. That's pretty good. That should just win the championship in itself. Travis does lead the series 12-6, so good luck. Bucks and 6. That's the name right there. You got to say it. Bucks and 6. 157.69 versus Tony Stank. Looking for Tony Stank. Mind you, it's just Tony Stank, not Tone. So you could get rid of the E, but by far one of the best Stan Lee cameos. Looking for a Tony Stank. Projected at 142.97. Kara leads this series 1-0. Kevin's Famous Chili wins the ultimate name battle of the season. If there was a championship for names, Sam J wins it. Projected at 149.68 versus Burden with Glorious Purpose, which is long name to type every time, so you should lose. You should be in last place just for making me type that. 147.63. This series is tied 7-7. So there we go. Recap of week 1. That it's like a game in out of 16. So take it for what it's worth, but nonetheless, there it is. Again, I mentioned this. I'll mention this. I will retire this belt this year. It will be hung up, put out the pasture. So, but for now, it is part of the hardware you'll see, but eventually this thing will disappear. So, running out of time. A little late in week 1, but whatevs. It'll get better. Maybe, maybe not. Don't expect it. Till then, see you on the Fantasy Gridiron.